Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast heading into this Thursday. Yesterday, we had temperatures in the low to mid 90s across the area. That really wasn't too humid. We've also had a few hit-and-miss showers and thunderstorms from yesterday and even into the overnight periods. Got 0.17 inches of rain in Emporia, I should say, and not quite as much for the rest of northeast Kansas, at least at the airports. And that's about what's going to happen for the next several days at times, so just be aware of that. Upper 80s and low 90s today. I wouldn't be surprised if a few spots did reach mid 90s out in our western communities. But bottom line is the biggest difference today is going to be a little bit more humidity compared to yesterday, with dew points, especially by this afternoon, closer to 70 rather than low to mid 60s. So be ready for that, which means a little bit higher heat index values, and for most areas, mid, possibly upper 90s. I think we stay below 100 degrees today. It's not going to be the case as we head into the next couple of days, though, as the humidity continues to generally stay in the mid to upper 60s. But you'll notice how it kind of goes up and down all the way through early next week. So depending on where the dew points are going to be and what temperatures are going to be, it's going to be something that we'll have to keep an eye on for our feels like temperature and our heat index value, as it could be changing. Bottom line is it's going to be hot no matter what. It's just going to be how hot. For today, I do expect for the most part for it to remain dry and mostly sunny. Can't rule out a pop-up shower thunderstorm this afternoon or even into this evening across the area. Right now, Supercast is indicating that mainly staying along and east of Highway 75, and we'll continue to keep an eye on that. Otherwise, for tomorrow, it'll mostly be dry during the day once again, although we may be able to get a few isolated showers developing out in our western communities around 5 o'clock, as the latest model is indicating there. And so we'll see how much of that will impact any daytime plans that you might have or Friday evening plans. And then maybe a little bit better shot at some heavier rain, as we see a little bit more yellow and orange as we get past midnight Friday night. So a lot of uncertainty. I just don't have a whole lot of confidence on this weather pattern, especially with respect to how I'm going to put it in the 8-day forecast, how it's going to be reflected in the 8-day, and how it's going to be reflected in general of what I'm going to say, because there's a lot of uncertainty. Here's that model. Obviously, between that one and the graph, those are the two higher resolution computer models. A little bit lower resolution for the European, the top right there, and the bottom GFS and the NAM. So take with that what you will. Again, just consider yourself lucky if you get any rain. Don't expect it, but consider yourself lucky if you do. And of course, if there is lightning during the daytime hours and you're out and about, make sure you're seeking shelter immediately. Meanwhile, it's going to be all about the heat by the weekend. Upper 90s and triple digits on Saturday. And I think pretty much everyone will be in the triple digits by Sunday, if not upper 90s, at least in the WIBW viewing area, perhaps staying in the mid 90s in Kansas City. But it is going to be very hot. Now, heat index values, as I mentioned, still a little bit of uncertainty on just exactly what the humidity is going to be doing. Around 100 to 105 on Saturday, and then perhaps right around 105 on Sunday, and then getting even hotter on Monday, as Monday will be hot again, and then we cool down just a little bit on Tuesday before we really start to cool down as we get towards Wednesday and Thursday, as we'll be ushering in some cooler temperatures. Now, there's still some uncertainty on, first of all, if we're going to get rain during the day Wednesday, how that will impact temperatures. But what will that cold front do? So there's a little bit of combination between the cold front and possible rain Wednesday to determine what it actually is going to be. So here's a look at the differences between the two computer models. Obviously, you can see big differences between the two. So Wednesday is going to kind of be that transition day. We'll have to continue to keep an eye on that. Just to give you an idea of how much rain to expect for the next 8 days, including with that possible rain with that cold front by midweek, not a lot for most areas, according to the European. The GFS, give it a second, shows a little bit more, a lot more in some spots, including Topeka, Kansas City. So there's also some differences with respect to rain next week. So that's just going to be something we'll have to take on a day-by-day basis. I'm not quite sure what's going on with this graphic here, so I guess we're going to skip it today. Usually we can show it, but generally probability of above average temperatures and equal chances of above and below with precipitation. So that's what the latest outlooks are for today. For some reason, not showing. But after a hot start to next week, it does look like it does cool down. Now, how long it stays cool for and how much it warms up as we get closer towards certainly the end of the week and the following weekend, that remains to be seen. But right now, it certainly doesn't look like it's going to be as intense with the heat as what it will be early in the week. So good news there for the end of the week and next weekend. Meantime, have a great day. Stay cool. While we will have very summer temperatures today, the humidity is going to be higher. That's going to be the biggest difference from yesterday to today. Have a great day.